Hello and welcome to the ATF cast. Here we discuss science, firearms, the day-to-day, and whether you'd like it or not, we sure don't, politics. The bounds are unscribed, the beliefs full of dis, and the bifocals simply unacceptable. We're a pinch of a lava and a heaping cup of I don't know what the fuck is going on. So join us on our journey of nonsense and an attempt to learn more while we do our best to put on a smiling face, keep our eyes upon the moon, and ride the waves of entropy in this ever-changing world. We're the ATF cast and we're just having fun. Today's just a little surprise stream. We're looking into the Boca Chica situation with SpaceX. They may be launching SN15 here, T-minus 25 minutes or so. So figured we'd hop on and have a little fun. Today I have Ruggles in the stream with me. Halava Matt, if he has the opportunity to get to a proper internet situation in time. But in the meantime, we're happy to have you, and we're just going to sit back and watch some rocket action with the beautiful Starship that we so frequently talk about. Of course, this is serial number 15. We've been waiting for this test flight day in and day out, week in and week out. This is a Starship with many improvements over the previous. Of course, they skipped 12, 13, and 14 just to go straight to the improvement situation here. And hopefully we're going to see this beautiful beast launch into the sky about 6.5 kilometers, do its belly flop maneuver, come back to Earth, flip around, and land perfectly. That is the hope anyway. This thing has upgraded Raptor engines, so a lot of the previous flights have been influenced poorly with Raptor issues. So we're just going to cross our fingers. We're going to drink some beers, maybe have a smoke, and lay back and have a great time. So welcome, Ruggles.
When the hop is going to happen.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Laptop set up, little big small screen action.
Allow us to keep doing what we're doing. Again, it's shop.
It is phenomenal. Yeah, I've got a lot of screens going on. Some of them aren't even on yet because we've been in a little bit ATF cast break. So all of my devices are dead and we're laying around, and I got home just in time, sprinted inside after the smoke of a Black and Mild, and I got my iPad going so I can pull up SpaceX stream. We got NASA space flight here on screen share. Shout out to NASA Space Flight and Everyday Astronaut for bringing us continued amazing content and coverage of the Starship program down in Boca Chica, Texas. And of course, they'll never hear it, but thank you, SpaceX, for being so transparent and providing us all of the amazing information and imagery to accommodate our space fascination here. So
SN15 sticks the landing. So there is a hidden
we're having a great time. I am anyway.
And
What
if landing, that section
also, if I can pull out here, I'm going to try to turn up your volume a little bit there, Ruggles, unless you got some headphones, maybe.
Hopefully we get a flight, and hopefully
Yeah.
we get because I'm super excited to show
Yes. Give me a second.
Yeah, no worries. We're just chilling.
And a question here asking, why did SpaceX go from SN11 to SN15?
Let's see, I'm going to try to get
SN12 to 14.
I got to try to balance my connections here so that
Starship SN10, 11, 12, 13, 14 were all the same version.
I have. Let's see, I need a hotspot going on for one of these screens.
Just a whole bunch of minor changes.
It looks like the father sent me some kind of meme. I'm excited to see that once I figure out how to get all this going here.
So they decided to just not
Let's see. Looks like we should have some. Ooh, I bet my hotspot isn't what it used to be. What is my hotspot? I got a new phone. So
New phone, who this?
Who this? Network name Morty Time. It is the same thing. Morty Time. There it is.
Okay, I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
Perfect.
Where will the solar panels be on the Starship? Because I remember back with the first unveiling, it was these huge, like, fanning solar panel rigs that like came out the back of Starship. It was called Mars Colonial Transporter at the time, I think, or no, it was the ITS. But I don't think that is it going to be like that now. I don't think that's changed, right?
I would guess so, because that was a very strange deployment there. It seemed like it would be very tough to engineer. I think they'd probably be going with something similar to Lunar Starship with side-mounted solar panels.
Yeah, easy to render, but very difficult to pull off.
Yeah,
like
that's what I would imagine, is that the solar panels might be somewhere on the leeward side of the vehicle. If they're even still going with solar panels, I mean, that would make sense forth from Mars, but maybe they've got a different idea at this point, because the renders we've gotten from them, I'm struggling to see solar panels on them. So I'm wondering if maybe part of the design has moved away from that in an odd way. But I don't know. We'll have to see.
I like that. So many things about Starship are easy to render, hard to pull off. That needs to be a T-shirt right there.
There you go.
Hey guys,
And,
join us
I
for
just got
a
word
little
from
surprise
Dave
show on the
Treating
Anything
here,
That
our
Fires Network,
spreadsheet maker who tracks the
YouTube
Starship
and
countdown,
Twitch for a
that
little
it
bit of
seems
a
like we may be in
viewing
the holding
extravaganza of
pattern.
the SN15 launch
Tri-Ven,
here
has
coming
not
up for
appeared yet.
Boca Chica, Texas.
So
Hope
it
to see you
seems like
there.
they may be holding, or they may have been in a hold before. So just keep that in mind right now. And the tri-vent are 3 little vents along the bottom of the vehicle where they vent excess fuel from or excess those will give me a little about, I believe, 16 minutes or so before liftoff, and we have not seen that.
Ethereal
like-
well. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, but it seems like there still is propellant in the vehicle, and the tank farm still is very, very active. So it does not seem like we're in any major sense of. Doesn't seem like things are going too bad right now. It seems like they may just be in a small hold for a little problem.
Yeah, little tweaks here and there aren't unexpected in a test campaign like this. I did just want to briefly hit back on the solar panel thing, because Steven, you might be right. Because the lunar Starship and in the crossover to what the cargo and crew variants will be, they're obviously going to look to streamline the design. So I mean, it's entirely you're likely correct in that regard, and that's where the design may have moved. And we'll have to wait for additional renders to see if that's what they come up with, or what they end up doing for the others. But I can imagine if the lunar Starship is driving a significant element of the design, you'd probably just wish to incorporate it to keep the vehicles as close to configuration as possible.
Yeah, that would make total sense. Ethereal Well wanted to know how can we know the lunar surface can handle such a heavy starship? To be honest, we only know it works around with the Apollo weight class. And are there and there were even concerns back then. Sorry, I kind of struggled with that one. But yeah, you're right. There was a time that we weren't even sure that you could safely land on the moon without
if
sinking
everything
into
goes
it, right?
well, according to the Everyday Astronaut,
and
we're
I
looking at
think,
about a T-13. But
with
according to NASA
the
space
moon
flight, we may be in a
landings,
slight
they
hold
were
here.
a
We
little
don't see
bit
a lot of
surprised at
conversation
how
going
little
on
they
on
sunk in,
Starship.
right?
Yeah, there were. And I think they were also surprised with
Ravi.
lunar landings at how little of the regolith was kicked up
I can hear
than they
you.
had expected to. But
Are
But
you
yeah, they're-
able to turn down the NASA volume? This made
I
Starship
just did. If that's not down enough for you, I can go further.
And how it all works. So
that's a lot better. It was you and that was the same volume.
yeah, there were
Yeah,
some
that's not
surprises
fun.
those landings
Also, I
threw
can
us.
adjust that. Oh,
Yeah,
thank
that's
you. Cool.
that's fantastic power.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Question you're
I need to
asking
go
to
why
my
does it
loop
nose look a little
here.
brighter than the rest? It doesn't look like frost. That is a good
Turn
question.
my
There is no
headphones.
frost on the nose cone so far yet. That is
Boom.
just
Okay.
due to a difference in materials. So they could
I don't
be
like that I can.
slightly
I hear
However,
myself in my
yeah,
left
there
ear.
we go.
I don't like that.
Oh, wow.
Chill, and you can see
Ooh,
frost
look at
lines
that,
too.
buddy.
Here we go. Yeah.
Great.
That's cool.
And it looks like we have one viewer.
Yeah.
So for everyone wondering,
I don't know
just
who that
venting.
is,
Why did they get all
but
excited?
hello.
High pitched
It might even might be me. Am I watching?
Because this is the next big visual milestone that they are into engine chill down. So that's a ooh.
Ooh, engine
What-
chill
what is
down,
that?
Riley.
How
We've
many
been waiting a
minutes?
long time for this.
12,
If every-
11
12,
and 54.
yes.
Yeah. Now again,
Very
the
good.
flight,
Very, very long time.
so it could be different than that. But in the past, we've had about 12
And
minutes.
if we
just around 12.
know that it's really going to happen, we'll be looking out for the SpaceX stream to start about 3 minutes before launch.
Expected T0 right now. And
There we
again,
go.
take that with a little grain of salt because SN15 is a new type of vehicle. There are some changes.
Yeah,
we
I don't
noticed on the
even-
count during the
really, I
during the
don't even
static
need
fires. So
This
that
thing going on this. We can do a lot visually. We'll do audio when it comes time for it. Oh, so what my dad sent me was a little, that will be a Pinterest post. I'm going to be featured in a Pinterest post for Hidden Hybrid Holsters. Let's see if you can see that. I know I'm not focused for it, but I know it's tiny. Oh, wait, here.
Oh.
Hidden Hybrid Holsters.
Oh.
Wow. American made. My autofocus is off, but so that'll be fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. I have been trying to convince my neighbor
to buy one. Oh, I think both of my headphones just died.
Oh, well, you're listening right now. You sound perfect. Actually, you sound better than you just did in the headphones, so I'd hang out with that.
Cool. Yeah, that was uncomfortable anyway. Yeah, but my neighbor has like one of the oldest holsters I've ever seen. And I was like, bro, call hybrid. Call Hidden Hybrid.
Dude, call us. Ooh, that's beautiful. So we got a try event going on. I'm going to go full screen. I don't think I need to jump around unless SpaceX comes up. What would you rather see on the stream? Probably the space flight. Or, I'm sorry, probably the SpaceX, right?
As far as what? Like
as far as
in
like
general?
what I'm displaying on the screen here.
Oh, yeah. This is good. Yeah.
Okay, because I know, so this one has the Starlink satellite receiver on it now, so hopefully there won't be any video issues as from the SpaceX side this time around. So, if I can pull up SpaceX when it comes time, we might get some better imagery than we get from this right here. And my dad just clocked out, and he's headed to his internet location, so he may just make it in time to hop in here and watch it with us.
That would be amazing. What stage are we in now? Rocket venting?
Yeah, if all goes well, we're looking at like, well, let me see what Everyday Astronaut's saying, because he usually does a pretty good job. 9 minutes. So we'll really know if SpaceX comes up with a stream that we're about 5 minutes out or so. Actually, I think they usually go 6 minutes out. So, I mean, even if he gets in here after it lands, because I'm pretty faithful about SN15, whatever happens, he'll be in here and we can have a little decompression, little chat with him.
Come here, baby. You want to watch Rockets? Yeah. Yeah. Come here.
So you'll like this, Riley. You know what my new nickname is at work? Hi, Natalie.
Hi.
Hi. So I walked in today, and we have like a whiteboard where we write like daily tasks that need to be done and everything, and it has like who our supervisors would prefer to do that task. And at the top of the list, it was like torque robotic stands, and it said Gary SpaceX. I was like, is my name fucking SpaceX now? And then my supervisor walked around the corner and he's like, "What's up, SpaceX?" I was like, so I know I talk about rockets a lot, but it's to the point that that's my nickname. Okay.
At the job that I was on today and yesterday, it was like all I was talking about to the super. I think you might know him. His name's Jimmy. He's a younger guy.
Yeah, with long hair. Oh, actually, I think he cut his hair.
He cut his hair. Box lunch?
Yep.
Yeah. I was talking to him about it incessantly. And he was like, yeah, man, I'm not like that into it, but it's pretty cool. I was like, yeah, dude, it is pretty cool. Here's another cool fact, followed by this other cool fact, by this other cool fact for like 30 minutes. And he was like, yeah, man. And he like kind of walked off. But I was like, I'm just going to keep talking about it as long as you're going to stand here and listen,
Yeah, dude. Yeah, like I just my boss, like the guy that hired me, he's in charge of like the whole manufacturing floor. I like just pulled out NASA's space flight again while I was like about to put a like quick disconnect on a robotic arm. I was like, just pulled up YouTube on my phone, like hit play, and he walked around the corner and he's like, "Oh, you're looking up how to do your job on YouTube?" I was like, "Oh, I'm just listening to some news, some space news." He's like, "Oh, okay. You got any zip ties?" It's like, "Yeah, right here. What flavor?" Gave him some zip ties. He's like, "Cool, thanks." Also, we're looking at about 6 minutes out,
Okay.
and
Have you
let's-
seen Everyday Astronauts camera setup right now? They got some good angles, man.
yeah, no, it's actually might switch over to him. See, it's hard because like NASA space flight, Everyday Astronaut are amazing, and like also is SpaceX. So like it's so difficult to. I might be able to put two up here actually, but like I want one of them to be SpaceX. I probably do Everyday Astronaut and SpaceX. Let's see, because I love Tim Dodd. Let's pop that up. Let's bring up another tab. Look for some SpaceX going on here. My internet's gonna shit its pants.
Yeah, I'm surprised my internet's doing as good as it's doing. You know, it just being a hotspot and all.
Yeah, dude. Let's see. Share.
Oh,
Share screen. Screen. Chrome tab. What's Everyday Astronaut's video title? Shit. They said SpaceX is live. I don't see it. Ooh, they are live. Refresh. Oh my god. Okay, here we are. Got a lot going on. 15.
did you see my choice here for beverage?
I have not. I think that's not the one I want. That's not the one I want. I'm sorry. Oh, is that Dos Equis?
Yeah.
Share screen. Chrome tab.
With a lime, of course. I bought some yesterday thinking about you.
Sorry, I got so many buttons to click right now. Share that. That's the guy. We're at D minus 255. Oh my god, so much. Pull this up, make sure the volume's down. Where's the volume buttons on an iPad?
On the side? On the top? What's wrong, Natalie? What'd you say?
I don't know. I've just been pressing a lot of buttons. Oh shit. Cancel. Exit chat. Quality. Not 360, please. I want that 1080p, baby. All right. Let me bring up audio on this guy. So I'll try to make it so it's not.
T 1 minute and 5 seconds.
Yep. So I might not be able to hear you super well because I'm going to bring up audio on. But there we are. So it's not too loud. Ooh-wee. Yes.
Man.
I hope it's not like a 3-second port.
I'm getting butterflies, man. You
Yeah.
get all excited. Get that weird feeling in your belly.
Yeah. The flight window goes until 8 for us, which they'd have to launch about 30 minutes prior, probably. So we got until 7:30 for potential flights. So even if they abort, what time is it now? 6:30. They might have enough time to
T-minus
do
1
it.
minute. All systems remain go for the flight of Starship 15. We're getting ready to disconnect the quick disconnect from the vehicle in preparation for flight.
Hopefully, I'll check this every once in a while. If my dad comes in, I think he might miss the initial, but all right, everybody, this is where we nerd out. We're at T minus. Wait, what the hell?
T minus
Oh.
25.
They're doing a replay on NASA's display, I think. Wait a second. How far back is this? Oh, we got launches. SpaceX is behind. They have a lot of latency. It is lifted off.
Oh boy.
It is skyward. Yeah, baby. Probably gonna put this much. Officially have lifted off.
This is a big one.
T.
Daddy, mommy. Look on.
It's in the clouds.
Yeah.
Oh,
T plus 30 seconds. Starship 15 is airborne as we get a view of the 3 Raptor engines as we're powering our way to 10 kilometers altitude in today's test flight.
10 kilometers here.
Okay.
Look, no fires on the engines. We're looking good so far. The upgraded Raptors.
That smoke.
Yeah, I think that's Texas dust.
Oh.
Just past 1 minute into flight, we're through 2 kilometers altitude. All 3 Raptor engines continuing to burn. Next major event, about 1 minute, is we will turn off the first of the 3 Raptor engines.
T minus 1 minute till one engine cuts off. Oh man, I can't keep my...
Get on. Oh, like gonna mess something up.
Man, I wish I could show you my screens right now. I got 3 screens up. NASA spaceflight has a glitch in their... Oh, it's from SpaceX. They got a glitch in their video. That's okay. We still hear sounds. We still got audio.
Coming up at T plus 2 minutes, we appear to have frozen from the engine cameras. However, the Raptor engine's continuing to perform, and we've got shutdown on engine 3 on.
Shutdown on engine 3. Yeah, I mean, old Matalava's missing it, but we'll do some playbacks when he gets in here, no matter what happens. Still pretty glitchy video. We got ground views from our 2 favorite streamers right now. It's looking pretty quiet down there on the ground.
T plus 2 minutes, 40 seconds while we're trying to gain video from the vehicle. Continue to ascend. We have just passed the 8 kilometer point in flight. Everything continues to look good on Starship 15.
When it goes into belly flop, we should regain video no matter what because they have that Starlink receiver on there. So, and that's assuming that's what they're using it for. It may just be a test for connectivity in flight so that they can have internet connectivity for passengers in the future. But
Internet connectivity on your way to Mars.
yes, sir.
Play your what's that game? Clash of Clans.
Coming up on 3.5 minutes into flight, we're approaching the 10 kilometer altitude. We'll begin to hover here We've had engine number 2 shut down on time. We'll now be moving into the hover with one engine. And then in a little bit, we will begin the flip over to horizontal position and begin our descent. But hopefully a ground
it's
camera will be
killing
able
me.
to bring us live views of the flight.
But with our streamers here on YouTube, with the cloud coverage, we're going to be able to see Starship. Ooh, yeah, there's camera footage. That looks like shutdown of engine 3.
Just past T plus 4 minutes into flight. We've got the views back from the Raptor engines.
Do we?
It looks like they shut off engine a little early. They usually, they usually shut down like 420.
T plus 4 minutes 34 seconds. While we're working to regain video,
There we
it looks
go.
like we've got a shot looking back at the flaps on Starship.
Is that camera on
We're in the
flaps?
horizontal descent phase now. We're passing 6 kilometers.
Dope.
A reminder, phase that's coming up as we get ready for landing, we will light 3 Raptor engines, flip the vehicle from horizontal to vertical. If things look good, we will shut down 1 Raptor engine and then possibly a second one and land on a single engine in the landing zone. 5 minutes into flight, Raptor
Yeah, you
continuing to descend. We're coming up on 3 kilometers altitude.
There we go. We usually flip at about 1 kilometer or just under.
Oh boy. The video is stressing me out.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one though. Oh yeah. You see the contrails coming off the flaps, the ailerons. Oh fuck. Yes. Oh, I won't even tell you.
And we have ignition. Starship heading back to the landing zone.
Oh, SN15 for the win.
Oh shit, dude.
Perfect landing maneuver. Ooh, hot damn. Oh, right on the edge of the landing pad. Oh, let's hope this one doesn't blow up in 8 minutes. We got a little bit of fire there.
And Starbase Flight Control has confirmed, as you can see on the live video, we are down. The Starship is landed.
Yes.
We're going through the safing sequence in the flight computer right now. We'll be
Safing
back in a
sequence.
moment.
They're getting rid of some of that fuel and stuff. Hopefully they turn on some of their
man.
fire and get the fire out of the way. Oh, what is that?
Was that at your house?
No, that is on the Starship. Just a little bit of fire, no problem. Nothing but a thing. We've seen worse. Woo-hoo.
That's a shooting ground.
They
If
have
the
turned on.
concrete is, wouldn't be surprised.
It looks like the fire is just about.
Well, if you've
out.
just joined us, you missed a great flight. Right now, we have successfully landed in the landing zone, right on the concrete. You can see we do have a small fire at the base of the vehicle. Not unusual with the methane fuel that we're carrying as we continue to work on the test vehicle design. You may be able to see water going on the pad from the cannons. But again, Starship
like
15, powered by
fire
3
is
Raptor engines, we have
based on the
successfully
photos here.
launched it from our facility in South Texas, landed after a routine flight where we shut engines down on the way to 10 kilometers, executed the horizontal unpowered descent, and then we got some great views of the engines lighting up as we came down for a landing
Man, I can't
at
wait
a
for
nice
that
low
when we get it all
velocity
back.
onto the concrete landing pad. The past 2 weeks have been full of accomplishments by the SpaceX team. We've had the incredible launch of the Crew 2 astronauts on the Crew Dragon Resilience. We've had the first nighttime landing and recovery of the 4 astronauts on Crew Dragon Endeavor's flight Saturday night, and 2 successful flights of Falcon 9 in the past 7 days, each carrying 60 Starlink satellites successfully in orbit. And now the SpaceX Texas team has flown a test Starship with a landing back in the landing zone here in Starbase, Texas. Also, like to remember, this is the 60th anniversary of the first American in space, astronaut Alan Shepard and his Mercury capsule. And SpaceX has landed Starship successfully on this date. Again, an outstanding period as we work to enable the future of human spaceflight and expansion into the solar system. And with that, we're going to conclude today's webcast with the views here of Starship 15. Thank you for joining us here at SpaceX, and have a good day.
Woo! My heart is racing.
That was one of the most stressful launches I've watched.
Yeah, the lack of footage and like they were like almost at least a minute behind. It looks like they still got a fire going on. Still got, man, I wish I could read these comments. When boom. Boom, Ola, boom, no boom, boom, bomb. Everyone's just kind of slightly expecting an explosion, but I have faith.
Yeah. The dispersal of fuel while the fire is there just is scary.
It is. They still got the hoses rolling. Wow. Just wow. Dude. What are we?
They should put fire suppression system on the Starship.
They should. Am I here? Still here in SpaceX?
The chamber pressure looks good.
Oh, it's NASA space flight. Okay. Dude. Wow.
That was awesome.
I need to see. Okay. Let me do some things here. Let me pull up the tabs. We'll do a screen share. Tab this guy here. I'm gonna pull into here and see if I can't go back, see it enter atmosphere. Sometimes can be hard to time. Let's see if we can see it come through the clouds here. And we're gonna pull back and get some audio going.
That probably helps really precisely make sure that it's working well.
See what
So
we can see.
we will see. That one's pretty far behind. I think that's just a. So
can you remind us how long the flight takes?
so it's a little over 4 minutes to apogee, and then it's only about 2 minutes down.
Yeah.
So it's going pretty slow up. On the way up, it's only like 60 meters per second or so.
Right.
It's averaging right around 40 or 45 meters per second slow. And on the way back down, it actually goes fastest at pretty high up. But then from there on out, as it's coming down, the atmosphere gets thicker and thicker, and it's slow.
Oh, it's hovering.
It's
You're doing
oh,
a great job.
come on!
Come on,
It can guide itself all without any. There's no things that rely on any visual data. It's nice. It's nice for
I
us.
just want to see it
It's nice for
punch through the
you guys. It's
clouds.
nice for SpaceX, but it in no way is necessary. The only thing that's close to that, I believe there is either a radar or a LiDAR version that's with the exact precise altimeter when it is coming in for a landing. So when it does that coming down, there is something there that
all the images are
probably
hard,
helps
but,
really
like,
precisely make sure that it's
that looked like a pretty
that it's
gentle
working
landing.
well. So
It's not leaning.
we will see. That one's pretty far behind.
Yep.
Yeah. So
can you remind us how long the flight takes?
it's a little over 4 minutes to apogee, and then it's only about 2 minutes down.
Yeah.
So it's going pretty slow up. It never exceeds, I believe it's only like 60 meters per second or so.
Also,
It's averaging
they
right
were
around
joined
40
by
or 45
Astra
meters per
Hard
second. Pretty
Seltzer,
slow. And on the way back down,
Galaxy
it actually goes fastest at pretty high up. But then from there on out, as it's coming down, the atmosphere gets thicker and thicker, and it slows it down even more and more and more. So yeah, we're getting close to the kick. So
The SpaceX is still frozen.
yeah, it is back. It's kind of
I
they're
hear
missing some
engines.
data too.
Oh.
Here we go. It kicked. Oh, engine cut off here. That was pretty well timed between the live stream. So now the engines helped kick it over onto its belly. So now you've probably seen this footage before. It is falling out of the sky belly first, right? So it is actually coming down belly first. That's funny. Ryan's phone is further ahead. Wow. Okay, Ryan's. So get ready because that's going to be a little bit ahead. So keep our eyes open, guys. There might be a hole in the sky. I'm going to be looking kind of right where it's dark to light. Why don't you look a little bit above that?
Yes.
And let me know. We'll see. Again, I'll take this over 11 minute views at the pad.
Oh my gosh.
So this is, again, remember guys, this is a test flight. This, if things go wrong, if it doesn't stick the landing, it's
His setup has
okay.
gotten crazy.
We really hope they like that's something that we all want really bad. This has more mature Raptor engines. These are more updated. I'm really excited about these more updated Raptor engines. I hope that they really do the work. It is falling from the sky. So now we're really going to be paying attention here, guys.
Still got 'em.
You can hear it. There it is.
Oh,
there it is.
Oh my gosh.
It flipped. It flipped.
Yes. We've got
Oh.
it. Oh, it's hovering.
It's
Did it reach
oh,
our-
come on.
It's
Yes. Yes, it looks pretty good. Please, please,
Did it
just
bounce?
stick it.
It didn't even bounce,
Still
dog.
standing. It looks straight to me.
That was perfect.
It did it.
I think it's still good. That looks so good.
Oh man.
It is straight up.
Ah.
Straight up.
Woo. Mm.
Oh.
And SN16, like,
Yes.
maybe they'll refly this one. It looks like it landed in perfect
History.
condition. It's floated yet. Maybe they'll refly it.
History was made. That looked good.
Man, and all the
Oh,
faith,
my
we all kind of
word.
thought that
Yeah.
SN would be the one, and
On
look at it.
Cinco de Mayo, my friends. It's looking good. It even has some gap between the skirt and a little bit.
Man,
of
we
a
need to have a drink
fire.
tomorrow after the
Hopefully
trade
they
show over this.
can-
We should have a
Oh,
margarita
fire.
in.
We're
Are you
gonna
going?
live this
Yeah.
whole time and record until please be able to put that
course I am.
fire out. Please be able to put that fire out.
Little
Yeah, there's a good chance SpaceX
little
is making
epilogue
away
to
from
Cinco
their
de
feed,
Mayo,
and at
maybe a
which point-
margarita with you, me, and Rick.
Yeah, I don't know what we just heard.
Yeah.
It's still there.
Sky has
Oh, my heart is beating. I
so
wonder-
I think we'll be
Well, obviously it's beating. I would hope it's beating.
something I need to do, but take it away.
I didn't realize we didn't see any of the flip from here.
I just, man, ineffable. I'm speechless. It's standing there, just chilling, still venting, and I wonder how much fuel they landed
So
with,
again,
because
guys,
like
this is,
it's still
SN10
venting fuel off right now.
Had a pretty. Oh, wow.
When were you planning on going?
Well, I'm off at 5, so
Oh my
we'll probably
God.
be there at 5:30 or so.
Please.
Oh,
Looking at the rocket
gotta
because
work a long day tomorrow.
just in case, because
Yeah, what you
Captain
working
had
on?
a very large fire and it didn't quite live tell
Really
about
not.
it.
We're
But
Walker.
didn't crush the landing legs. It is standing upright.
Yeah.
There's a gap
About a new hacksaw though.
and ground, which is fantastic.
Oh, like the
Who knows,
Milwaukee
maybe,
hacksaw?
Yeah,
they,
hacksaw.
they do have
Nice,
actual
nice, nice, nice.
things out there like fire
Yeah,
hose.
brand
They can
new
spray
fuel
down the-
series M18.
4 points on the pad that they can spray the rocket down.
It's nice.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I let one of the guys at work use my Sawzall, and he was like, "Man, this thing's heavy." I'm like, "Yeah, but it has the power." And he's like, "I think I prefer the little one." I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, probably in this environment, it's probably best, but like, I don't know. When I was out and about in commercial electric field, I appreciate that extra power it gave me when I'm cutting, I don't know, just rebar or something, or cutting some lumber. It's nice to have that extra oomph, even if it's heavy. I mean, I can lift it up a couple times, gain some muscle, boy.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought about it and I was like, the extra power would be nice for the full size Sawzall, but I figured I work in tight spaces a lot.
Yeah, no, I very much support the hacksaw. I don't have anything against it.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
You're hungry? What do you want?
Man, it's crazy. I hope I hope we get some solid footage. Like SpaceX usually does a recap video, but that's disappointing. I really figured it was going to land, and I figured the imagery was going to be like on point, but
You don't know? Do you want? I don't know. What do you want? Huh? When you figure out what you want, let me know.
something fell out of the bottom. Yeah, there was that weird sound. And like the sparks and stuff, like did an engine after it landed go, or what was that? Man. Fuck. I got a supervisor because I've been pestering the fuck out of him.
Oh, perfect. Oh,
Just love it. Do a little post here on the anything that fires.
You're welcome, baby. Man, that was crazy. I really want to know what that sound was.
I know. I can't wait to hear the words.
Probably something dumb like heat tile fell.
Yeah, I mean, shit. I hope.
But we were talking about it at work. Oh, did you hear Rob is back?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were talking about it, about them being privately funded and all that. And I was like, it's so much better that way. He has like free reign over like everything, pretty much. Like he doesn't have to worry about government spending and stuff,
Yeah.
And, but I was like, he's also like he's not like a part of NASA, so it's not like he has like dudes that have been building NASA rockets for 40 years doing stuff and designing his rocket for him,
And that's a benefit. Like, I mean, they're very closely intertwined. I mean, NASA employees and engineers and astronauts are very frequently at all of his facilities. Especially they've been down there in Boca Chica to look over the human lander system situation and all that jazz. I know SN11, I believe SN10, and I mean, likely all the other ones also. They had, NASA employees there, and they've consulted with them. But I mean, the beautiful thing is they have, they're not stuck in the old ways. Like, I want to do this different, and they consult with NASA on things that they very much well know. And then, they get to show them their own toys. Like, oh, yeah, cool. I appreciate that help. Now come here while we show you how we're going to make this rocket land, which you guys have never done.
Yeah.
And like, Yeah, it's all privately funded, and NASA's provided them a lot of financial support for space flight with the Falcon 9 and the lunar landing system and everything. Got sirens outside, so like it's already completely funded by them. And any money that NASA puts in their direction, they just kind of toss it in the pool, and they're like, yeah, we're just gonna keep doing us. We appreciate the funds. Thanks for the billions of dollars, but we're just gonna keep doing us. And I mean, it's working. They brought astronauts back for the second time. They've launched 10 astronauts in the last 6 months to the space station.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, man, I love it. There's a reason my nickname at work is now SpaceX, because I won't shut the fuck up about it.
If it wasn't for Elon, space would be stagnant. It'd be in the same place it was.
Yeah, we were paying the Russians to send us up on their antiquated Soyuz rocket. I mean, it's highly reliable, but it is technology of the 60s, the 50s, and the 60s. Like that's when that spacecraft was designed, and they're still using it. Like,
yeah,
I mean, for Elon to come around and be like, yeah, I have an idea, and then we don't have to pay Russia $50 million or whatever for a seat on the Soyuz. Now they just drive on down to Florida and hop in a rocket, go straight up to the space station. And like the Soyuz is still manually piloted in a lot of senses. All the SpaceX stuff that goes to the space station is completely autonomous. It flies itself through it. They just look at a screen and go, yeah, looks nominal. Everything's okay. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
That's why I can't shut up about it. Like, this is the future. I mean, it's Cinco de Mayo. It is the 60th anniversary, as they said, of Alan Shepard riding in the Mercury program to be the first American astronaut to orbit the Earth. And what they just did today is land the most technologically complex and largest upper portion second stage of a rocket that has ever been designed. They just flew it up to 10 kilometers and landed it softly on a landing pad. I mean, it launched that distance there. You can see the launch pad it just launched from, right next to the test tower for the nose cone. I mean, I don't know, what is that, 300 yards, 500 yards, something? Like, it's not that far. They flew it up to 10 kilometers, brought it back to Earth, and landed it right there.
Yeah.
And they're just they started building these just in a field. They didn't have a tent when they built the prototype. They were just like, yeah, we need some welders and some stainless steel. Like, and now they're building this gigantic launch facility. Like, right to the left of the Starship is the beginning of the launch tower for the entire orbital system of the Starship rocket. And that is 165 feet. So two of those makes one Starship. So I mean, that's 1/5, 1/6, 1/7 of the final height of that launch tower system there.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to explain to Jimmy today. I was like, it's going to be massive, like bigger than anything we've ever seen, anything that's ever left the surface of Earth. It's ridiculous. But
yeah,
we're really into it, and it's hard to believe that other people aren't. But
yeah, but like, as far as my experience goes, most times when I show people the videos of it, like, I'll talk about it and they're like, yeah, cool, sure, rocket. And then I show them a video. Like the other day, I was wrapping some wires and they did the Starlink launch. It was yesterday, Starship, they did a scrub on the launch. Like, yeah, but they're still launching 60 satellites into space. So let's watch this real quick. And like, I've talked about it so much, but once I showed my coworkers the video, I was like, look, watch, it's about to land. And the fucking thing lands perfectly on a dime on a boat in the middle of the ocean. They were like, oh, I understand why you're such a fucking nerd about this shit. That's crazy. And I started asking me questions. I'm like, yeah, as soon as someone sees the video, they're like, oh, that's fucking insane. I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm fucking obsessed with it. Like, I'm bolting shit to robots in my day job, and all I'm looking to is like I'm just looking towards the fucking stars. Like that's my whole goal here at my current job is to gain experience and information to just like, keep climbing the ranks and someday be down there fucking. I don't care if I'm just twisting wires in a fucking Foursquare to power a control panel. Like as long as I'm a part of the Starbase situation down there in Texas, like they want to send thousands of people to Mars. They're going to send the first astronauts to the moon. Like it's something that I have to be a part of.
Yeah.
Crazy. Crazy.
I'd love to move down there and be a part of it, but
You know, nothing's off the table.
yeah, I mean nothing's off the table. I could do it if I really wanted to, and I really do, but I'm
You got a
trying to
family.
think. Yeah, I know. I was trying to think of the family.
Yeah, and I mean,
Do you want to move to Texas and build rockets? Yeah. Does mommy want to? She does. Oh, okay. So let's do it.
oh, cool, it's done. See you down there in 2 years.
You know
Dude,
we're gonna pay like 40% capital gains on the house. You already knew that. Okay. Just wanna...
Natalie's up on the finances. Don't worry. You ain't even got to check the finance books, dog. She's on it. You know what I'm saying?
You wanna watch TV? Hand me the remote. Okay, come here. I'll wipe your hands and then. You can touch it. Dude, she's been on a Dorito kick for a while. It's been like Doritos and PB&J.
Dude, I've been doing good the last couple of days. I've been packing my lunch, shopping. I've been eating like just a salad and veggies for lunch. Yesterday for dinner, I had a giant burger because I was just like the night before I had steak, and then all day people were talking about burgers and steak and shit. And I was like, all right, I went to the rail. I was like, man, I'm gonna call Ruggles and make him have dinner with me. I'm like, he's sitting at home. Well, I just went and had a burger by myself. But
dude, actually, what time did you go?
Like 6.
Oh, dude.
Oh.
If you could have waited one more hour, I would have went. I was already in Hilliard.
Well, I won't be so reluctant to text you and ask next week. Like I was there for like 40 minutes. I had a hummus appetizer and ate a burger. But yeah.
That sounds real good. Hummus right
It
now.
was good, dude. You need to come and try the rail with me.
You know, I kept hinting at it a while ago. Like, oh, the rail, the brass snail. What a funny name.
Well, I'd say we should have it for dinner tomorrow. I mean, that's assuming Rick's down. If you're down, I'll have dinner with you regardless. But being that it's like after Cinco de Mayo, Habanero's taco shop is pretty close to the. Wait, is it at school or is it at the Franklin County Fairgrounds?
It should be at the Franklin County Fairgrounds. That's what old Tom Ellie said.
Okay. Well, if it's there, Habanero's taco shop, which is pretty good, is like 4 minutes down the road.
Your hand clean? Hand me the remote, baby. Yep. She had gymnastics yesterday.
Aw.
And let me tell you, she's only been doing it a month. This sounds conceited, but as you know, I'm pretty critical. She's one of the best ones in her class. And like almost everybody in the class is older than her.
Dude, no. Natalie's a pimp.
Dude.
She's too smart for how old she is.
She just picks up on everything so fast.
Well, I think maybe We should start our own space company. Just kidding.
You okay?
Although we
You
should
don't
totally
feel
grab some model rockets.
some model rockets,
Yeah, dude.
like the ones you put those little like tiny little engines in, the C90 engines or whatever they're called, and they,
Yeah, the little like
them.
solid. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude, let's do that. And we'll put a parachute on it, and then we'll try to make it land in our hands, like 2 feet away from where it.
I love you. I love you. I'm infatuated with you.
We'll have to do some math and figure out all kinds of stuff, dude. It'll be great. I can't wait.
You do the math. I'll do the tinkering.
Okay.
Good.
We'll all like build our own.
Ooh, oh my god, that'd be a great episode for the ATF. We'll have them come down to your house. We'll all build a rocket with like janky parts.
What do you want to watch?
Dude. Okay. So my buddy at work, Garrett, his power steering motor went out on his car. It's like electric power steering because it's a hybrid. And I just texted my supervisor and like sent him a link to the SpaceX. And he's like, "Damn, I missed it. I was helping Garrett with his car." And I was like, "Oh shit, that sucks." He's like, "Yeah, the motor's out, $2,200." So I was like, "Shit, toss it my way. Maybe I can fix it. I don't know. Probably not. But worth a shot." He's like, "Yeah, dude, refurb it. Use it for SN16." I was like, "You actually listen to me, you dog." I hope some of my work homies watch this later and are like, "Wow, this it is as weird as I thought he was."
Are you talking about the Rubicon guy?
No, that's a David. He has the Gladiator.
Oh, that's right. He has a Gladiator.
He's a bit of an odd fella, but that's all right. I respect him, and he needs some lights put in outside. So I was figuring maybe if he's the guy that lives right by your mom. So when he wants those lights put in, maybe you can. He was like, "I'll cook you food and give you whiskey." And I was like, "Okay, fuck it." So
he wants work done.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For booze and food.
That's fair enough. Is he gonna buy the materials?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. I was gonna do some work for my buddy at his apartment. The landlord was gonna pay me. That was a nightmare. I gave the guy a price, and I was like, you know what? Just $600 for labor. You buy the material. Here's a list. You could order it online at Home Depot, and then just go pick it up. If you just type this stuff in the search bar. I'm talking, baby. All right. What's it at? 80 something? Oh.
Yeah, it's hard to focus that with how I'm positioned, but dude, okay. So other day, I had like $3,000 in it, and then it climbed. Man, I can't tell my focus. I need to go full screen. I had $4,000 in it, sold for 1,000. I was like, dope. Day after, made the money back, made $1,000, sold it today, and I'm almost back to 4,000 again. So I'm just like, every time I hit 4,000, I sell down to 3, and then hit 4 and sell down. So like, I'm quickly approaching debt free. I paid off all my credit cards, paid all the electric and water and shit, fucking paid off my debt to my dad. I'm just like, pop, pop, pop. It's great. And then, yeah, that's why I'm trying to get my credit proper. And then at some point, I'm always going to keep 1,000 coin, but I'm going to keep selling, down to 3. And then I'm going to put some money aside for down payment to the van and shit.
Did you drop some? Okay. I'll get. I know. It's okay. Adrian ate her chip.
Oh, Adrian.
But to be fair, she dropped it on the floor, so.
Yeah, you'll have that on these big jobs.
Kind of free reign for Adrian.
I'm hoping my dad pops in here any second so I can show him his. Like, I might slide over here and do. I want to watch the launch on the stream back.
Adrian, you're so clumsy.
Amazing how smoothly it goes up, dude.
Ooh, Adrian. Yeah, I've been trying to get on my workout grind pretty hard.
Yeah, me too. But so I quit smoking for like 3 days, and then it was rainy. I was like, fuck yeah, every time I have the urge to have some nicotine, I'm just gonna ride my bike. And this shit, and I was like, fuck it. SpaceX launch. I'm gonna drink beer and smoke. And then it didn't happen. I was like, oh, I'm just unhealthy for not even a good excuse. But yeah, I've been eating a lot better. I'm already starting to lose some weight. I've been doing fasting. Fucking we're on the bike. I got some bike, got a new backpack to like put some bike mechanics shit in it and my gun and stuff. I want to bike ride the one day. And I was like, man, I can't even put my gun. Like, I'm wearing sports shorts and like just have a tiny little pouch on my thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand that struggle.
Yeah. Also, the and Andrew Huberman, whatever, and again was exploring the positive effect of nicotine on the neuroplasticity state of the brain. He's like, yeah, like nicotine and caffeine can rapidly spawn or usher your brain into the state of neuroplasticity so you can learn better and things. So like I've been getting home and using that excuse to like have a black and mild, and then I like do a bunch of research and watch videos and take notes and like learn some shit. I'm like, this isn't right. But he's talking about like all these like world class professors he knows that like they just fucking chief down Nicorette gum. They're like, I don't want to smoke. It's not great, but nicotine has such a positive effect on the neurons in the brain that I'm gonna chew out this Nicorette so that I can absorb more information. It's like, wow, that's crazy. Let me just give myself some lung cancer real quick. Oh,
I tried to quit. So Sunday was supposed to be my last can. And I went all of Monday, nothing. And then yesterday, will you be nice to your dog? That was a long time ago. Okay.
So let me propose this to you. You have a child on the way. You made an agreement with your wife. You have to stop.
I do. Yeah. I have to quit.
I have to quit because I'm upset with myself. I'd like to be healthy and sustain a long life and be better about my existence. So the end of this month, Memorial Day, is the absolute last day that we can absorb nicotine. And we have to stay on top of each other. And we're not allowed to, unless it's Nicorette sometimes, to learn things.
Adrian, that sounds like a good idea. I was telling her, I was like, it's not that I forgot about that agreement, but she said, like, if you don't want to quit, you don't have to. And I was like, well, I don't want to quit, like, really. It's like a relaxing thing for me to do.
Yeah, like, I'm highly caught up because I enjoy smoking a beer. And first of all, that progresses me into drinking more than I should, and also progresses me into smoking more than I should. And I mean, really, in the big scheme of things, I would like to be like 85, hanging out with my boy Ruggles, sitting on the couch, talking about the rocket we just built in Texas. And I don't think that we're gonna make it to that point if we're absorbing nicotine at the rate that we are.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
necessarily nicotine. It can be a positive neurochemical, but in the ways that we do. You're gonna have mouth cancer, I'm gonna have lung cancer, and we're gonna die at like 46 via heart attacks or cancer or some shit.
Yeah.
Which could be romantic, but
You know, no, it wouldn't.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't. Well, I'd hope I wouldn't even see Natalie have her first child yet.
Daddy.
Yeah, I've got some good other responsibilities to pursue, so I should be progressing myself into a state of unhealth.
Yeah. Yeah. I should just quit, dude. Honestly.
Yeah, me too.
That first day was
We should do it
so
together.
rough. It was like a weird, like, headache thing. It wasn't like a migraine. It wasn't like, I don't even know how to like. It was like a brain cramp, like a twitch.
That
That
makes
was kind of,
as far as the like physiological effect that doing what we do.
yeah. It wasn't great, and it was like going on like all day, and my vision was blurry. It was weird, dude.
Oh, yeah. Well, also,
Yeah.
yeah, doing too. You take in a lot more nicotine than I do. So like, but also the thing is, from like a personal perspective, all the times I have not smoked for long durations in my life, and anytime I'm just I reach the point where I'm like, oh yeah, I don't want to smoke anymore, and I go cold turkey, and it's just a mental perspective, and it's not a real difficult task. First couple days, you're like, yeah, it'd be sweet, but you just got to distract yourself from it. But it's not that hard to go cold turkey on nicotine and just not fucking do it. It's as far as like the mental aspect is concerned, like the will to not do it. Like I enjoy having a smoke. It sucks. I just need to be like, yeah, I would much prefer having good lung capacity and going on a solid bike ride and like, being out there and being healthy, not just sitting around watching rockets, smoking and drinking, which I also love, but I can do that without the smoke. So
Yeah.
and I love that I'm saying
Yeah,
all
I do.
while I'm chiefing down a black.
Yeah. I just spit out a chew too, so don't feel bad.
Well, I appreciate that.
But I've slowed down tremendously just this week, because I used to go through like a can and a half a day, like, and that was like slight work, you know.
You know,
Yeah, it
I've
was
been
pretty.
back a lot too, just because like approaching that like cold turkey mental state. But then like I go hang out with my aunt and I'm like, fuck yeah, we're just gonna chillax, right? And then we end up doing shots of tequila. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll have one of those natural spirits. Yeah, let's have a smoke and just fucking chillax. Yeah, I don't know. It's a difficulty. It'll be all right.
You talking about those American spirits?
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I knew I said it wrong, but
Don't
my brain wasn't catching up.
don't they have no nicotine in them or something? What's the deal with those?
They're just like naturally sourced tobacco, so it's less likely. Supposedly doesn't contain all the fillers that most big tobacco companies use, like all the crazy shit they put in cigarettes. Just cut the minuscule amounts of cents, like micro cents and shit off of their cost to produce cigarettes. So it's supposed to be all like naturally sourced, like organic tobacco and shit, and it's whatever. But Yeah.
Okay. That sounds nice, but I have a hard time believing it.
Right. Well, yeah, same. I mean, I'd like to give them the benefit of the doubt and propose that they are doing what they say they're doing, but I mean, you're still absorbing tar and shit into your lungs and reducing the capacity of them. And
Yeah. What you doing? Get your puppy. I'm trying to teach her to stick up for herself.
oh, good. You're being
Yeah.
a good father. StreamYard. I'm paying $25 a month for StreamYard. Oh, we better get on this podcast game. I'm paying $25 a month for this.
Man.
Cut out some of the subscriptions for like the graphic displays and stuff just until I get my finances right. Because like I like what we got going on here, but I would like some more. I mean, like this is very fitting for a day like this. We got Saturn V down in the corner. We got a bullet. I haven't even talked about guns, but boom, boom, we got a bullet.
We'll play after I'm talking, okay? Okay.
Yeah, dude, I've been missing you. Every night I'm like, man, I need my best friend. Like,
I miss you.
we didn't see each other last weekend, and that was good. It was like, you know, I was chilling and like taking care of some shit. Got my new phone, fucking all that jazz. But I was still like, there was many times last week, and I was like, man, what the fuck? Am I hanging out with Ruggles right now? Who am I? I need my boy Ruggy.
I know Noah wants to do, I think he wants to do something at his place, which would be great, but Sky has to work this weekend, so like,
yeah,
you know, I'd have to leave at like 9.
Right. And I got Mother's Day shit Saturday. I'm
Oh,
probably gonna be there
shit.
on that. So like it'd be Friday, or I mean, if the weather's good Friday, which I the thing right now, we could go to the drag trip, but there's a chance of rain, so that might be canceled. I don't know. We got possibilities, but you know, Mother's Day weekend.
Yeah. When is Mother's Day? When is Mother's Day, dude? I don't know. I'm a
Sunday.
bad husband, son.
It's okay. It's Sunday, and Saturday we're doing shit for like my grandma specifically, but all the other mothers involved. So I gotta go to my aunt's house, and Elon is hosting Saturday Night Live Saturday. So my mom just asked if I'm getting the COVID vaccine.
If you have it,
If I'm getting the COVID vaccine. No.
people.
I know that's a touchy subject. Sorry, YouTube. I'm fine. I'm 98% certain I've had COVID already, first of all. I took care of Sam for a week when she was very much influenced by COVID. We weren't not affectionate. If so, either COVID don't give a fuck about me, or I already had it and I had, you know, resistance to it, or I don't know. It's fucking like what 99% of people, it doesn't affect them much more than the symptoms of the cold. I don't know.
Yeah,
Fine.
we've been working this whole time. You know, I mean, I'm sure I got some type of antibody in me. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm not concerned about it. And if I die via COVID, then yeah, fucking that sucks. But it's by my own choosing, and I don't know, dude. Of course, it's a highly touchy subject right now, and I'm not like an anti-vax or anything, but I think that the flu vaccine, COVID is like a lung flu in many aspects. I'm not going to get that vaccine.
Yeah, I think it's not that big of a deal. I think we freaked out about it at the beginning. There's been a lot of different things put out by different news stations, and we all know how they tend to exaggerate the truth. So,
Absolutely, with everything. And
yeah.
I mean, they say there's all these deaths. I don't know one person personally that's died from COVID-19, SARS-CoV-2. I'm pretty sure I've had it, and if I haven't, then I'm not necessarily careful in any mean in the world. If I haven't caught it, then I should have by now, based on the information that was provided via the main source media. And, yeah, I'm not concerned about it. I'll eat my words if you catch me dead in a couple months or a couple years, whatever, by COVID. But also, vaccines for viral contagions don't last forever. If I get a COVID vaccine now and it's still around forever, and I come down of COVID in a couple years and I die from it, a vaccine today wouldn't likely prevent that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. They also the vaccine doesn't stop you from getting COVID,
yeah, it just trains your body to recognize it and fight it.
Yeah. But so will getting COVID. So,
Correct.
I mean, it's like it's not
something % survival rate. Oh. No, yeah. No, Mom, I'm not.
Yeah, my grandma asked me the same thing. She's all old and frail, and I told her I wanted to see her, and she said she got her vaccine and asked me if I got mine, and I was like, well, Grandma, I think Natalie's crying. I'm gonna hop off the phone here.
Yeah, like one of we have some temp electricians in working out. The main dude's this scrawny little fucker, and I guess the girl Liz that I work with walked up to him the other day, like down, and he's like, "Do you have your vaccine?" And she's like, "No." He's like, "Why don't you have your mask up right now? It's a serious situation." And she's like, "I'll fucking throw you across this room, Mason." And he was like, "Oh, what?" He's like, "Yeah, we're supposed to wear masks at work. 80% of the people walk around as utilizing it as a fucking beard strap. Like it's around our fucking chin. We keep it on our face just to pretend like, oh yeah, I'm just taking a breather." But none of us actually wear it. It's like, especially the MIT study that just came out that says in an enclosed environment indoors, it doesn't matter if you're 6 foot apart or 3 foot apart or 60 foot apart, the possibility of contraction exists upon the same rate because you're in an enclosed environment. If somebody has COVID to the point that they're spewing out enough spores, I don't think spores is the right word, viral droplets, you're going to contract it no matter what.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm a man of science. I don't know if you guys can't tell. The SpaceX and my nickname being SpaceX, and it's not just about space. I very much like to trend towards learning scientific details in life. And as far as what I've researched and learned and understood about the situation, it doesn't fucking matter. Just take your masks off and go about your life, and
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. That's where I'm at. I'm glad that our SpaceX stream turned into the classic COVID-19 debate.
Yeah. So is pretty much every conversation for everyone over the last year.
Yeah, and like we've all seen the movies. We're all very much aware of the potential that a truly devastating viral infection can pose upon a person. And like in the beginning, we were all terrified. And see, that's where I'm like, I'm pretty fucking certain I had COVID in the start when we're working at Ideal Image. And we're fucking like Bill was like, don't come back to work. I was genuinely sick, and Bill was terrified. Bill's a germaphobe in his natural state, but you know, with the COVID and everything going on, he's like, yeah, no, you're not gonna come back to work. And we're like, okay, that's fine. But like, it was so hyperbolized. We're all afraid. We've all seen the movies where it's like, oh yeah, this can kill fucking 40% of the population, and that's what it was portrayed to us as, and that's not what happened.
Yeah.
We all went from okay, yeah, maybe we should listen to this to oh yeah, everything's a fucking lie in the media. Not everything, but a large sum of things is hyperbolized to the point where it's like completely in a state of disbelief. You can't trust many of these main sources. And
well, when it first came out, they were like, everyone that will die.
Yeah, I remember vividly.
You will die.
Yeah, you and I had a conversation at Ideal Image, like at lunch, and I was like, Riley, to think about it right now, in 6 months, we could have lost a large sum of loved ones. We could be dead. Who the fuck knows what's going to happen? Like, this is crazy. This is fucking crazy right now. Like, we're all checking our temperatures and staying far apart and doing all these things. And like, we were all concerned. Talking to Ty, that day, we're like, all these things really coming into focus and things. He's like, I haven't felt this amount of like disdain and distrust and fear in America since 9/11. I was like, that's fucking insane. And then, we learn more and more information. People that actually pay attention to multiple sources, not just the mainstream ones, were like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. Especially when you're like, oh, I'm pretty sure I have COVID right now. And, you're fucking hard of breathing for a couple of days and then you come out of it fine. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird that we had to have that conversation. And, everyone that I've lost in the last year has not been due to COVID. I lost a lot. Katie Hughes, a mother of mine, a mother figure, third mother, I guess you could say. I have a blood mom and a stepmom, and losing Katie Hughes was a huge detriment to my sanity, my perspective on life, and it wasn't COVID related. And I lost my dear cat Dagwood. It's not like Dagwood got COVID. He needed a $6,000 surgery, and I couldn't afford it. And just looking back at our conversation we had, we're like, wow, we're probably not going to have loved ones in 6 months due to COVID, and all the terrible losses and things I've had in the last year. Fuck 2020 has been completely not pandemic related. The misfortune of life. I mean, we're only here so long, and things happen.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about because they were saying that we were in the safe zone, but pretty much everyone else, like the safe age, but pretty much everyone else is screwed. So we're like, dang, we're going to be like the only ones left in our whole families, probably.
Yeah, that's what it felt.
Yeah. For no reason.
Yeah, for no reason. I mean, well, the fear.
Yeah. Because we need to instill fear in our citizens.
Yeah, I mean, we're still going down this road of the installation of fear in our citizens and it being a tool for them to utilize to negate our benefits of freedom and things of that nature. And I'm fine. I mean, in many aspects of life, I'm not fine. It's been a turbulent 12 months and working through a lot of things, but it's not COVID. None of those things are fucking COVID.
It has been a turbulent 12 months.
And it's not in our sense of turbulent. It's been tumultuous. It's been and
It's
depressed.
been turbulent in like the lost airplane type of turbulent
Yeah, it's
crash landing on an island.
all the crash landings that I've experienced are not pandemic related. And that's why, I mean, I respect anyone for their perspective and their opinion on these things, but as far as I'm concerned, my personal experience, SARS-CoV-2 is not a concern.
It's just something else we're gonna get through as humans. It's just another flu type thing. Like, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, we're sitting here now doing quite fine. We're both reasonably healthy aside from our nicotine habits, and yeah, I mean, bless the fact that we're both here. Imagine the worst circumstances and I lost my best friend or something. Would be extra far from okay right now. But thankfully, I'm sitting here watching fucking rockets land with my best friend, and having a smile and a drink and a smoke, and just watching the world continue to pass on by, and trying to do my best to sustain myself as a human being and further better myself and all those things. And fuck, 60th anniversary of the first American in space, and a year ago, a milestone such as that seemed far beyond the radar of importance. But
Do you think the first astronaut in space who departed on Cinco de Mayo was pissed that he couldn't get fucking drunk on Cinco de Mayo with all of his friends?
I think he had far greater concerns, especially him having to piss his pants because NASA didn't instill any kind of relieving ability.
Yeah.
He was strapped on top of that mercury, and famously he said, "Can we just please light this candle?" Or that's not a direct quote, but like minutes before liftoff, he's like, "I have to piss." And they're like, I think you should just go in your suit. There's no other option." Yeah, the first American in space, following the cosmonaut. I'm gonna blank on the name here, but props to him. Maybe I should Google while I'm talking so I don't completely disregard the human pursuit into space.
I'm sure Jeff's kids went to school with him.
Yuri Gagarin. But yeah, I thought that 12 months ago, I thought if I was here, I'd be highly concerned about our wealth and our physical wealth, our mental wealth, and all those things. And instead, here I'm watching the future of spaceflight happen on the 60th anniversary of the first American in space. I mean, it's crazy how the turntables, you know what I'm saying?
That is true. Yeah. Yeah. The turn definitely tables.
Now the turns table.
If you think about it, the last when I think about it, the last 3 years for me have been a crazy ride from not having a family to having a family to the COVID beginning, everybody thinking everyone's going to die, to now I don't think that at all. Getting a house, starting and having another baby.
That is not the timeline of progress that I expected. In the last 3-4 years, I very much thought, I don't know what I expected at the start of 3 years looking back, but the last 2 or 3 years have probably been, as far as I can recall, aside from my mental blockings of some things, the darkest of days that I've experienced, in all truth. And I still possess the ability to wake up and smile and get on with my day and take care of things and pursue the betterment of myself. And it's been a shitty road, and it'll continue to be because of life. But you just you got to keep your head up and your boots tied tight and keep on going with the flow and taking care of business. And that's what I've been doing. There's been a lot of dark nights and a lot of dark days, and I'm sure I will experience much darker in the future. But alas, here we are, and I'm doing reasonably well as far as what could be going on. So,
And I'll always be here to drink a whole bottle of bourbon with you or two.
amen, brother. OJD. OGD. Yeah. So yeah, if we're gonna do a Thanksgiving situation here, I'm very much thankful for my mental state and my ability to wake up and do well by myself. And I have a pretty goddamn good support system before me. You're at the top of the tier, the totem pole. I'm not hungry. I got a roof over my head. I'm pursuing my dreams and furthering my intellectual abilities, and fuck, things could be a hell of a lot worse. I've never been one for crying, but I've shed a lot of tears in the last 12 months, and that's okay because here I am. I've been smiling all day. So
That's right.
That's right.
My dad always told me, if you're not bleeding, don't complain. And I try to take that into a lot of different aspects of my life. Whether you're physically bleeding or mentally bleeding, just take it all into consideration.
Yeah, and even if you are physically or mentally bleeding, provided that you surround yourself with a support system that can control those bleeds, whether it be from physiological knowledge or just the ability to crack a bottle of old granddad and have a chat and a heart to heart and fire. And I think that's probably the greatest fault that a lot of people provide themselves in life, is they don't open or sustain a reliable network of people that can benefit their health. And so whether it be by happenstance or by my luck or my choice of people in my circle, I'm very appreciative that I don't have to fear those bleeds as much as I once had to. If I'm having a dark day, there's a lot of people that I can dial, and there's a lot of knowledge that I've provided upon myself from avenues, and I don't possess a lot of fear anymore. So thanks to anyone that is aware that they're in that circle, and thanks to you especially. Pitter patter, let's get at her.
I'm sorry. Every time I get a phone call, everything stops. All the screen. I just got another phone call. I'm not sure what the last part what you said was, but I heard you say thank you, and I just want to say thank you back, man. You've been here for literally at every struggle of my life, so I appreciate that.
I appreciate you. That's at your house. What was the week before last, and a lot of bourbon. And the following day, after all that, I was laying on your couch, just and trying to compose my mental state. All over the place, and O'Reilly tucked me in for the first time since I've been a weirdly younger father figure through our childhood to you. And that was a really beautiful moment that I'll always hold on to, which is kind of ridiculous. I was just laying on your couch and you put a blanket over me. I didn't need a blanket. I was kind of hot, but it was just that act. I looked at you and you covered me up, and it was one of those moments where it was like, I love this fucking person. I love this human being, and he's paying forward all the crazy nights that I've taken care of him, and you know, it was one of those moments where it was like, this is why I got the circle I do, because we're keeping each other warm and taking care of each other, and looking to the stars and keeping our eyes on the moon, and you know, we're doing our best for not only ourselves but for each other, and that's fucking amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just like one of those things, you know? It was just like, oh, he's all curled up in a ball, no blanket. He's probably freezing. I gotta help him out.
Yeah, I appreciate that. It's gonna be someday when I write a book that I'll make it into it. You know, it's one of those existential moments in my life. You know, something so simple, but something so very important. So I appreciate that a lot, man. Sure.
The house is getting into a very chaotic state right now.
Well, we're at like an hour and 36 minutes. We watched a rocket land. We've had a heart-to-heart for the public, and I think it'd be a fine time to take this to an end, and you take care of your family. I'm gonna go take care of my own self. You know, I should probably take a fucking shower. I still got safety glasses on from work. What?
That what that was, huh? That whole time?
That whole time, yeah, I got safety glasses on.
Some shiny headphones on or something. I was, huh.
Yeah. So, you know, got home, rushed inside to get all this technology going and watch all this fucking space shit. And thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with me. To our two viewers who I don't know who they might be me. I don't even know how this works anymore. I very much appreciate you. If you're watching this in the future, thank you so much for tuning in and watching this little heart to heart. Me and old Ruggy here. Truly the best of mine. It is a day truly of history in the making. This is just a reminder to look to the stars and think about how far we can go as a human race. Maybe someday we can stop this war and stop the violence and just all hop on a rocket and go out and become a multiplanetary species and see whether this is a simulation or God's gift or just pure luck, what's out there to offer us. Thank you so much for tuning in. I very much appreciate everybody in my circle and everybody that tunes into anything that fires. Of course, this was a surprise broadcast for a little bit of space fun, but you'll be catching us very soon for our journey down to Georgia for the IV 88 range day. We're going to shoot some guns, see some friends, and have some good conversations. So if you like what you're seeing and you enjoy the conversations, be sure to tune in the next time that we go live. I'm Fresh Airway. Of course, that is Riley, Ruggles, Riggy, a Rye Guy, everything in between. He is Riley69er on the Instagram media, so be sure to toss him a follow and be sure to keep your eye on the moon. Thanks, buddy, for tuning in today. We'll have a little chat here with Lava Matt, a little, reconvenance here in the coming days. I'll toss you an invite if you're interested. And for the time being, stay healthy, stay well, and keep your eyes on the moon.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Excluding outro music, we're doing it right. Everybody have a wonderful day, and thank you for everything. See you guys.